Hello, my beautiful learners. This is Emily, and welcome back to the Hey English podcast. Today is day 7 of our 30-day English learning challenge, and I am so happy that you're here with me. 7 days! Can you believe it? If you've been listening every day, give yourself a big round of applause. You're building an amazing habit that will truly change your English forever. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever struggled to describe your home or your room in English? Maybe someone asked, "What does your room look like?" Or, "Can you tell me about your house?" And suddenly, you froze. You knew the words in your own language, but in English, everything felt blank. Don't worry, you're not alone. This is one of the most common problems for English learners. And here's the truth. Being able to describe your home or your room is not just vocabulary, it's personal expression. Your room tells a story about you, who you are, what you like, what makes you comfortable. So, today, I want to give you the confidence to open your mouth and paint a picture with words. By the end of this episode, you'll not only have the vocabulary, but also the confidence to say, "This is my room. Let me describe it for you." What if I told you that being able to describe your home could actually make you sound more fluent, natural, and confident, even with simple sentences? Because it's your world, and nobody knows it better than you. So, let's get ready to unlock this powerful skill. Are you ready? Welcome back, my friend. Today is day 7 of our English challenge, and the focus is on describing your home or your room. Now, why does this matter so much? Let me explain. When we learn English, many of us start with basic words like table, chair, bed, or window. But when someone asks you to talk about your home, you may only say, "My room is small. There is a bed. There is a table," and then you stop. You feel limited. The truth is, your home is one of the easiest and safest topics to practice. Why? Because you already know it. You don't have to imagine or study hard. You see your room every day. You wake up there, you spend time there, and it reflects your personality. So when you describe it in English, you are not only learning words, you are practicing confidence. Here's the goal for today's challenge. By the end of this episode, you should be able to 1. Describe the size and style of your home or room. 2. Talk about the furniture and objects inside. 3. Share your feelings about it, whether it's cozy, peaceful, messy, or modern. 4. Build simple but natural sentences like, "My room has white walls and a big window. There is a small desk where I study, and I love the soft light in the evening." This practice will prepare you for real conversations. Imagine meeting someone new, and they ask, "Where do you live? Can you tell me about your room?" You will not feel nervous. Instead, you'll answer with ease, and maybe even make the other person curious about your world. So today's challenge is not only about vocabulary, it's about expressing yourself with clarity and emotion. Let's dive deeper into the common struggles learners face with this topic. Let me share a story with you. A few years ago, I was helping a student named Lena. She was very good at grammar and vocabulary. She could read English articles, write essays, and even answer test questions. But when I asked her a very simple question, "Can you describe your room to me?" she froze. She started with, "My room is, bed, table, window," and then she stopped.
Her face turned red, and she felt embarrassed. She told me later, "Emily, I know all the words. I just don't know how to connect them. I feel like a child when I talk about my home." Does that sound familiar? Many learners face this problem. They know the vocabulary, but when they try to describe something personal like their home, the words come out broken, without flow. They lose confidence, and they think, "I'm not good at English." But here's the truth. The problem is not that you don't know enough words. The problem is that you haven't practiced connecting those words into natural sentences. You haven't built the habit of painting a picture with language. Think about it. You describe your home every day in your own language. Maybe you say, "My room is messy today," or "I cleaned the living room," or "The kitchen is small but comfortable." You already do this naturally in your first language. All we need to do is transfer that same habit into English. That's why this challenge is so important. Once you can describe your own room in English, you unlock the skill to describe almost anything: your office, your classroom, a cafe, or even a beautiful place you visit. It's a doorway to fluency. So don't worry if you feel stuck right now. Lena also felt the same. But by practicing simple steps, she went from saying bed, table, window to confidently saying, "My room is small but cozy. It has a big window with white curtains. There's a wooden desk where I study every evening." And guess what? You can do the same.
Let's talk honestly for a moment. Why do so many learners find it difficult to describe something as simple as their home? First, there is the emotional barrier. Many learners feel shy or nervous when speaking English. They think, "What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me?" This fear makes their mind go blank, even if they know the words. It's like standing in front of a door that you already have the key for, but your hands are shaking too much to open it. Second, there is the logical barrier. Sometimes you know the vocabulary: bed, chair, wall, curtain, but you don't know how to connect them smoothly. Instead of making a full picture, you only show broken pieces. It's like trying to show someone a puzzle, but only giving them 3 or 4 random pieces. And then there is another barrier: perfectionism. You want your English to sound perfect, like a native speaker. You want long sentences, fancy words, perfect grammar. And when you can't do that, you stop speaking. But here's the truth. Simple sentences are enough. Native speakers themselves use very simple words to describe their homes. For example, think about this sentence. "My room is small but bright. I have a desk near the window, and I like to study there in the morning." This is not complicated. It's not full of difficult grammar. It's simple, but it's complete, and it makes sense. That's exactly what you need. So if you have these barriers, fear, broken connections, or perfectionism, you are not alone. Everyone faces them. But the good news is, we can overcome them together. Today, I will show you step by step how to break these walls and build confidence. The first solution is very simple, but very powerful. When you describe your home or your room, start with a clear structure. Think of it like a tour. Imagine you are walking a guest into your home, and you are showing them step by step. Here's a simple structure you can always follow. 1.
Start with the size and feeling. Is it small, big, cozy, modern, quiet, bright? Then describe the main furniture or objects: bed, table, sofa, kitchen, shelves. Finally, add something personal or emotional. Why do you like it? How does it make you feel? For example, my room is small but cozy. There's a big window and sunlight comes in during the morning. I have a bed in the corner, a desk for studying, and a bookshelf with all my favorite books. It feels peaceful, and I love spending time here. See how easy that is? You don't need complex grammar. You don't need advanced vocabulary. You just need order. First size and feeling, then furniture, then personal touch. Let's practice another example, but this time with a living room. My living room is large and bright. There's a comfortable sofa, a coffee table, and a television on the wall. The walls are painted white, and I have some plants that make the room look fresh. I enjoy sitting here with my family in the evenings. Notice how both examples follow the same order? That's the key. With this structure, you never feel lost. You always know what to say next. So the first solution is don't overthink. Use a simple structure. Imagine giving a little tour to your listener. Start with the big picture, then move to the details, and finally, share your feelings. The second solution is to master one of the simplest and most useful patterns in English. There is and there are. When you describe your home or room, you don't always need complicated sentences. These two structures will help you sound natural and fluent right away. There is used for one thing. There are is used for more than one thing. For example, there is a bed in my room. There is a big window on the left side. There are 2 chairs near the table. There are many books on the shelf. See? Very easy, but also very powerful, because once you learn this, you can describe almost any place. Let's make a full example. There is a small kitchen in my house. There is a refrigerator in the corner. There are many plates and cups in the cupboard. There is a dining table near the window, and there are 4 chairs around it. Now, if you read that aloud, it already sounds like you are painting a clear picture. Anyone listening can imagine your kitchen in their mind. Here's a little practice exercise for you. Look around your own room right now. Try to make at least 3 sentences using there is and 3 sentences using there are. For example, there is a lamp on my desk. There is a picture on the wall. There is a carpet on the floor. There are 3 pillows on my bed. There are 2 windows in my room. There are many clothes in my wardrobe. If you do this simple practice every day, you will feel more natural and more confident. So remember, solution number 2 is to use there is and there are as your best friends in describing places. The third solution is to bring your description to life by using adjectives. Without adjectives, your sentences sound flat and boring. With adjectives, your sentences feel colorful and real. Let's compare. Flat. There is a bed in my room. Better. There is a comfortable bed in my room. Flat. There is a table near the window. Better. There is a small wooden table near the sunny window. Do you see the difference? The second version creates an image in your listener's mind. It's almost like they are standing inside your room. Now, here are some useful adjectives you can use for describing a home or room. Size: small, big, large, tiny, spacious. Feeling: cozy, comfortable, quiet, peaceful, messy, clean. Light: bright, dark, sunny, warm. Style: modern, simple, traditional, colorful, plain. Here's an example with adjectives included. My bedroom is small but very cozy. There is a big wooden bed with soft pillows, the walls are light blue, and there is a bright window that makes the room sunny in the morning. On my desk, there is a small lamp and a neat stack of books. It feels peaceful and calm. Adjectives help you not only describe objects, but also share your emotions. Your listener doesn't just hear about a room, they feel the atmosphere. Here's a tip. When you practice, choose 3 objects in your room and describe them with at least 1 adjective each. For example, my chair is comfortable. My bookshelf is tall. My carpet is colorful. The more you practice with adjectives, the more natural and expressive you will sound. So, solution number 3 is, don't just name objects, bring them to life with adjectives.
The fourth solution is to organize your description as if you were telling a short story. Instead of jumping from one object to another randomly, guide your listener step by step. Think of it like giving someone a small tour of your home. You can start at the entrance, then move to one side of the room, then the other, and finally share your overall feeling. This way, your description sounds smooth and complete. Here's an example. When you enter my room, the first thing you see is a large wooden bed with white sheets. Next to the bed, there's a small table with a lamp on it. On the other side, near the window, there is a desk where I study. The bookshelf is next to the desk, filled with novels and notebooks. The room feels cozy because of the soft light from the window, and it's my favorite place to relax. Notice how this description has a flow. It takes the listener on a little journey, just like walking through the room. Here's another example for a living room. When you walk into my living room, you see a big sofa in the middle. In front of the sofa, there is a glass coffee table. On the right side, there is a TV on the wall. On the left side, near the window, there are some green plants that make the room fresh. The walls are painted cream, and the whole space feels warm and welcoming. By organizing your description like a story, you help your listener imagine everything clearly. It also makes you feel more confident because you know exactly where to begin and where to end. So the fourth solution is think like a guide. Take your listener step by step
and let them feel like they are inside your home.
Now, let's talk about mistakes, because the truth is, everyone makes them when learning to describe their home or room in English, and that's okay. The important thing is to know what they are and how to move past them. The first common mistake is translating directly from your native language. For example, in some languages, people say, "In my room has a bed." But in English, we don't say it that way. We say, "There is a bed in my room." So don't worry if you make this mistake. It's just about learning the right pattern. The second mistake is using only single words instead of full sentences. Many learners point and say, "bed," "table," "window." That's not wrong, but it doesn't sound fluent. You should practice joining those words into simple sentences. For example, instead of saying bed, table, window, say there is a bed in the corner, a table near the window, and a lamp on the desk. That already sounds much better. The third mistake is thinking you must sound perfect. Perfection is not the goal. Communication is the goal. Even if your grammar is not 100% correct, as long as people understand you, you are successful. And the more you practice, the more natural you will become. The fourth mistake is doubting yourself. Many learners think, "This is too simple. I sound like a child." But let me remind you, simple English is powerful English. Native speakers use simple words every day. When you say, "My room is small but cozy," it doesn't sound childish. It sounds clear and natural. So, here's the mindset shift. Instead of fearing mistakes, welcome them. Every mistake is proof that you are learning. Instead of doubting yourself, focus on expressing yourself. Because your home, your room, your space, it's your story. And your story is worth telling, even in simple English.
Now, let's practice together with a short role play. I will play both sides of the conversation, and you can repeat after me if you want. Imagine this is a friendly chat between two people who just met. Person A: "Hi, can you describe your room to me? I'm curious." Person B: "Sure, my room is small but very comfortable. What do you have in your room?" "There is a bed in the corner and a desk near the window. There are also many books on my bookshelf." "That sounds nice. Do you like your room?" "Yes, I love it. It feels cozy and quiet, and it's my favorite place to relax." Did you notice something? The sentences are short, simple, and natural, but together they create a full description. You don't need to speak fast or use difficult words. Just follow the patterns. There is, there are, adjectives, and personal feelings. Now, let's do a quick practice round. I'll say the first person's question, and you try to answer out loud in your own words. Ready? Person A: "Can you describe your room to me?" Stop here and try to answer. Use simple sentences. For example, "My room is big and bright. There is a desk, a chair, and a bed. I like it because it feels peaceful." This kind of practice is very powerful because it trains your brain to respond naturally in real conversations. Today, we are going to learn some useful words and phrases that will make your descriptions stronger and more natural. I will explain each word and give an example sentence so you can use it immediately. 1. Cozy. Comfortable, warm, and pleasant. Example: "My bedroom is small but cozy. I love spending time there." 2. Spacious. Having a lot of space. Large. Example. The living room is spacious, and we can all sit comfortably. 3. Corner. The place where two walls meet. Example. There is a small desk in the corner of my room. 4. Bright. Full of light. Well lit. Example. The room is bright because it has a large window. 5. Shelf or bookshelf. A flat board or piece of furniture to hold books or items. Example. There are many books on my bookshelf. 6. Furniture. Large movable items in a room, like tables, chairs, or beds. Example. My room has modern furniture, including a desk and a bed. 7. Feelings or emotions in a room. Cozy, peaceful, relaxing, messy. Example. My room feels peaceful, and I enjoy reading there. Here's a tip. Pick 3 to 5 of these words and try making your own sentences about your home. Speak them out loud. For example, my living room is bright and spacious. There's a comfortable sofa and a wooden coffee table. It feels relaxing when I sit there. By using these words regularly, your descriptions will sound more natural and expressive. You are not only naming objects, but also sharing your experience. Congratulations! You've made it to the final part of Day 7. Let's take a moment to review everything we've learned today. We started by understanding why describing your home or room is important. It's not just vocabulary, it's confidence and self-expression. We shared real struggles and recognized the barriers, like fear, perfectionism, and hesitation. Then we explored 4 practical solutions. 1. Start with a simple structure. Size and feeling, then furniture, then personal touch. 2. Use there is, there are. Easy sentences that describe everything clearly. 3. Add adjectives. Color, feeling, and style make your sentences lively. 4. Organize like a story. Take your listener on a step-by-step tour of your space. We practiced a short role play, learned key vocabulary, and most importantly, we reminded ourselves that mistakes are part of learning. Confidence comes from practice, not perfection. So, practice today and share this episode with a friend. Encourage them to try describing their home too. You'll be amazed at how much progress you can make in just a few minutes each day. Keep going, stay consistent, and I will see you tomorrow for Day 8 of our 30-day English challenge. You are doing amazing. If you want, I can also create a quick practice exercise sheet for Day 7 that listeners can follow along to reinforce learning. Do you want me to do that next?